PJ.
And I'm your host, MJ, and this is Couple of G's podcast. Revenge on my cheating husband before we separate indefinitely. After 8 years of what I thought was a healthy and loving relationship, I found out my husband had been living a double life our entire relationship. In the past, I would constantly take the high road when I found out things about him forever being the bigger person. That was, of course, until he took it too far. I snapped. Here are some things I've done to get him back. 1. He was trying his hardest to chat up girls and for the most part was getting rejected. No one wanted to meet up with him. That weekend I found out I made a Tinder and matched with a shit ton of guys. Literally handpicked a guy I wanted to fuck. Told my husband what I was about to do. He watched me get all dolled up and walk out the house. All it took was for me to send one message and I ended up fucking this Tinder guy in the back of his work vehicle multiple times that night. I went home afterwards and told my husband what I did to show him that while he was out trying to cheat on me, I always had the power to, yet never did. All the things he wanted to do with other girls, men were wanting to do with me. That night, I took pleasure in watching him cry. He lost his appetite and didn't eat nor sleep that night, and I could hear him a few times throwing up. I slept with this Tinder guy multiple times now and have gone on multiple dates. I watched my husband almost have a panic attack or feel sick to his stomach when I say I'm going out. I legally changed our kids' names to my last name. Stripped him of the honor of having our kids share his last name. I saw his messages telling girls he didn't have a wife and he didn't have kids. I didn't care about denying me, but denying our beautiful children's existence for pussy? Fuck off. It's also a double whammy, saying as I'm giving birth to his first and only son, who will carry our last name. When he gets old and dies, none of his kids will have his last name, nor will our legacy, that is our grandchildren. 2. I talked him into getting a vasectomy. It was something we agreed on before the cheating came out. Because I was done with kids and birth control. But since his cheating stuff came out, it's been a case of revenge too. He was thinking about not getting it done. Well, you're leaving me anyways, he would say. Managed to talk him into it though. I got a high when it was done, knowing that if he wanted to start a new family after us, I now have robbed him of ever being able to reproduce. Plus, with his lustful hunger, my kids won't have to worry about having multiple half-children running around. I'm done with having children, but the fact I still can is always like a ha moment. I've been feeding him false hope that we were going to stay together. He knows that after 8 long years of me giving him a chance after chance and him blowing it up consistently by cheating, he knows he's reached the end and he is desperately wanting to do anything so I don't leave. I'm going to talk him into getting my name tattooed on him permanently, marked on his body, simply because he'll look at it and look like a complete idiot afterwards. The whole relationship, he took me for granted. He was a narcissist. He'd gaslight me when I would get suspicious. He was a compulsive liar and serial cheater. I grew our children. I sacrificed so much time, energy, and parts of myself for this man. Years of my life have gone. He manipulated me into staying with him because he chose to live a double life. I know I look like a bitter bitch, but I had to get it out my system.
Damn. Hell have no fury on a woman scorned. God diggity dog.
I ain't gonna lie.
You want to talk about spite?
Yeah, that's very spiteful. But she gave, like, reasoning behind it.
Ain't no reason. Like, the last part where she's being petty, making them tattoo her. They let her, like, yo, you're going that low, like, that petty?
That's women, though. And I've soon to discover that, like, I used to always defend girls. Like, no, like, guys are worse. And, you know.
Worse at what? Getting revenge?
I just, like, doing things to women to hurt them. Even if the woman didn't hurt you, like, guys are always the ones to start the fire. And I feel like as women, all we do is put it out. So if you're mad because then I start, oh, no. If you get mad or you feel some way because I try to get my lick back, then I don't know.
But why not leave it in God's hands, the whole revenge and all that?
Because she's probably just got so tired of it.
Why do women feel the need to be spiteful? What is it that's in your soul that says,
We're
you
emotional
doing me
beings.
dirty, I'm gonna go crazy on you. You go low, I go lower.
We're emotional beings.
What
I
they
think
say,
we
if
all
you
know
go
that.
low, I go to hell.
Something like that. We all know women are emotional. We're emotional beings, that we feel things on a whole different level. Like, guys are way more basic. You guys don't really overthink things like we do. So I'm not saying like what she did was right. And I'm not saying I would even do something like that. Like, there's so many times I've kind of done things to really hurt someone, and I just was like, it's just not worth it. But this is a marriage. They have kids, and you're not claiming that you even have a family, and you've been cheating. I don't know. It's like, at some point you build up so much anger that you're like, you're just not getting away with this. Like, after we're done, yeah, you might get into your emotions and you might be sad for a certain amount of time, but that can't be it. Like, I have to leave a mark here.
Yeah.
And I think that's what she did. She pissed on every spot she could to get him.
I think that she has way too much control.
Not enough if he's still cheating.
Well, control with the whole situation of kids. And I just never think that once you start bringing your kids into it, no matter what he says or does, like, the kids are totally separate. You don't do that.
Yeah.
You don't take away the last name. He already signed the birth certificate. Like, that's way too
Yeah,
petty.
she went out her way.
Yeah, and the kids, come on. Like,
Yeah.
do the tattoo thing. Great. Do the what else did she do? The first thing. She went fucked on Tinder. Cool. You want to lower your integrity and all that just to get spiteful. Cool. Do that too. Like, that's just within your power. But I think anything having to do with the kids that's just way too low. I think when you try to revenge or have revenge by using your children, now you're playing with God's children. And I truly believe that. I've always believed that. Like, don't play with God's children. That's it. Everything else, if, like I said, you want to lose yourself and go and fuck some randoms off of Tinder, and you want to, manipulate him to get a tattoo. I
ain't gonna lie, that's some shit. Yep, get my name tatted.
Get my name tatted.
So the next bitch.
Knowing you ain't never there. Yeah, nah.
I think it's crazy how he knew she cheated and like still stayed.
Well, I think it's the first person to cheat is always the guilty person, right? So, like,
yeah, but he's still doing it. So how guilty are you? Like, you're still in action cheating.
Yeah.
I just think
she had pleasure in watching him throw up and vomit. Yo,
watch him sick to his stomach. Like, yeah, I'm going out.
Stomach.
Yeah, I'll be back. Sick. He's sick.
Stay at home with the kids is crazy.
And that's how you get them to stop cheating.
No, that's how you fucking get it to end forever.
It's already done.
Yeah, forever.
That's what she said.
Yeah.
Indefinitely.
Living a double life though, having two women, like, men are just crazy, bro.
And this is why I just say, like, this is why women get so furious, and not all, but some will go out their way to like make you feel it.
Yeah.
And I think, and I can't even lie to you, like, yeah, there's some women who probably don't get that like evil feeling. I think majority do though. I think majority of women get the feeling of like, what can I do to hurt him? Yeah. But they just don't act on it because there's so many other things you have to think about, and it's like, all right, how smart are we gonna be? Like, there's many times that I've thought like, what I can do, right?
To who, me?
No.
Oh, I'm about to say, bruh, it's over today.
No.
If you think about playing this spite, I don't want that.
No. Like, the things I could do, and it was just like, I just had way more morals, I guess, and like,
yeah,
it was just like not worth it.
Yeah.
But you do get that feeling, and I think guys would too, or maybe not. Maybe guys are just like, whatever, bye.
No, I personally know that when a woman cheats, shit hurts. Sick to the stomach. That's why I know sick to the stomach. Yeah. Can't eat for months. So she playing that game. I'm like, good for her though. Like, stand up, do what you gotta do.
Good for her.
Lose your integrity, go low, go to hell, right? Just like all of that stuff. But yeah, she's gonna have to live with those things.
Well, she did say.
Like, that's a question I have for y'all. Like, when y'all playing spite and after you do it, is there any guilt after? Like, do women feel guilty for like torturing men?
Certain things I feel like you'd be like, damn, I didn't have to do that. Some things I feel like damn, I didn't have to do that. And it could be as small as like trashing a house, right?
Yeah.
So say you get home, your man's not there, you've been calling him, you got the key to his house, you're there, he's not there, his car not there, and he's nowhere to be found, and you get some anger in you in your soul, and then you be like, I'm trashing all this shit, and then after you might be like, I didn't have to do that.
I'm calling the cops.
I ain't have to do
calling
that.
the cops. Why are you trashing my house? What
did
my things do to you?
I ain't have to do that. And you know what? You know what girls would do too? Put it back. They will put it back. You know who I'm talking about?
Who?
Oh, no names.
Oh.
But yeah.
Trash your shit and put it.
Trash your shit
up?
and put it back. Because they're like, fuck, I didn't have to do that. Damn, I feel bad. That was crazy.
Yeah.
You know?
Do you think though, like, sometimes revenge is good? Because there be times where I'm like, yo, I want to be so spiteful, so vengeful, and just like, and I'm like, I can't though. I gotta leave it in God's hands. Like, I'm just gonna win by like
some
living
people,
a successful life.
Yeah, I don't mean to cut you off. Some people do deserve revenge, I believe. Like very evil people deserve.
But don't you feel like you would be like on their frequency and just operating off theirs?
Don't care.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you could leave it in God's hands, but like she said, I just had to get it off my chest. Like, I just had to get it off my, whatever she said. I just had to get out my system. Like, sometimes that's all you have to do if it's really worth it. Yeah. Like, really, really worth it.
Have you ever felt good about being like that, being spiteful? Have you done something and then felt like, I have no regret, I don't care, they deserve it? It's coming from me. No,
because I've never
feel good after, right?
I've never
done nothing crazy.
I've never gotten to that level.
Yeah.
Like,
why do I feel like I'm gonna be the person you be crazy to?
I can't even say, because if y'all gonna hold it against me,
I'm trying to get her on camera now. Show this to the courts.
He drives me crazy. Oh my gosh, I could see it. It's like No. Nah. Just don't do me dirty. I'll never do you dirty. I don't know. You drive me insane. You do. But sometimes you just gotta get out your system. Some people do deserve it. Sometimes you gotta take it in your own hands, and that's okay. Because if we're gonna go on a deeper level outside of like cheating, we could talk about I mean, I don't want to go this low. But you could talk about rape, right? If someone you cared about, got raped, you seen the guy on the street, I'm just gonna leave it in God's hands. You're not leaving it in God's hands. You're gonna go fucking kill this guy or girl, whatever. You're not leaving it in God's hands.
But that's kind of just like.
But that's still like revenge. That's why I say let's take it out of cheating. If we're talking about getting revenge,
I don't think that's revenge. Like, I think that's like that's protecting your family and just kind of like.
Have you ever watched Spit on My Grave?
I've never watched that. No. What is that?
So Spit on My Grave is about a woman who gets, and there's different parts, but about a woman who gets basically like abducted by men, and they kind of like use her, and they do like terrible shit to her, like terrible, and she's literally very, very close to like death, but somehow I forget, she just gets the energy to come after every single guy that's raped her, that's abused her, that starved her, left her naked, whatever the case was.
Yeah.
She did the most crucial shit, like tie you up, cut your balls off.
That's crazy.
Like, she's done the craziest shit that I'm like crazy shit. Like, literally tie you up, and she'll use like the fucking nutcracker thing. I don't know if and literally like and that's the revenge. Yeah, so she would just get her revenge. Like, she just did craziest things to these men to get them back and, like, make sure that they were dead and unalived. And it was just in the craziest ways possible.
So, yes, in that kind of scenario, I believe getting the revenge is
Yeah.
probably a good thing. Obviously, that's what we all want out of a movie, right? Is like somebody to get their revenge and
Right.
come out on top.
Right.
So in certain cases, certain scenarios, revenge is okay.
Of course.
All right.
I mean, to God, no. Like, when you look at it like that, like, obviously God wants you to, like, let him handle it.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like as a human being, because we are emotional and because we have feelings and things happen, like, sometimes you need to take it upon yourself. Do what you have to do. Like, your heart gets broken, life moves on. You're gonna look back years later, months later, and just be like, wow, that didn't really matter.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
And that's the crazy thing about it. In the moment, you think it's like the worst thing ever. Like, it's the worst feeling in the world. And it's like you feel like you're never gonna get over it. But then you do. And then you're like, I was really about to kill this guy. Like, I was really gonna run him over. I was really gonna kill his whole family. And people are crazy. People are crazy. And that's how people actually think. Like, I was really gonna go for her best friend or whatever, or his best friend. Like, wow, I didn't have to do that. Like, you don't. It's not that deep.
Yeah, like, you at some point you have to think of yourself as as your,
Heal. Just heal.
Yeah, because the things that you're doing are going to reflect your character.
Yeah.
And it's going to reflect your integrity. It's going to reflect on you. Like, so, like, you don't ever want to go so far. If you care about how, like, God views you and just the world views you, or the world around you views you.
Yeah.
I think it's sometimes best to take the high road and just kind of keep it moving and let God has his vengeance. You know what I'm saying?
I think that's why a lot of people probably don't take it that far. That's probably why I wouldn't take it that far.
Right. I think if you have a soul, right,
and I feel like I feel
go
guilty.
all the way.
Yeah. And I would feel guilty too. Like, I wouldn't really want to hurt someone. Like, yeah, do we want people to make them feel how they made us feel? Of course. Like, we want that type of pain on someone.
Yeah.
But just, just to be like, well, you hurt me like this and this is what it feels like.
Yeah.
But that's really it. Like,
it's funny too, because even in my, like, reciprocation era, I feel like that. I feel like, okay, you did this to me or whatever, then I'm gonna do this to you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
You're still like that.
No, like, if you
or just
I only do that with, like, boundaries. Like, if you're gonna be a hypocrite, I'm not gonna let you be a hypocrite. You don't like something like this,
yeah.
then
Instead of just being like, no, because I wouldn't want this, even though you're doing it, I'm just gonna.
I only do it when you think that it's okay and you trying to defend your hypocrisy. That's when I do. I'll be like, oh, okay.
But it's not hypocrisy if it yet has been done to. Bless you.
Oh,
Bless you. It's not hypocrisy if it's yet to be done where I've said something to you that I didn't like. Like, if I did something first that you didn't like, and then you're just like, well, if I did that, you wouldn't like it. It's not hypocrisy because, like, we wouldn't know. And if I'm telling you, I don't know.
Because there's been times where
I don't know if I would have liked it. Let's see. Because you're willing to show me.
Not to get personal with our own shit, but there's times where you would be like, pretty much you'd say something or do something, defend it, and I'd be like, okay. And then I'll go and do it, and then then you're upset about it. And I'm like, hold on, you just did this, and I told you. One
thing about me and PJ is that, oh boy, our perceptions on things are so different. Cause, like, it'll be something, let's just say, we'll use liking pictures.
Oh my God. This subject.
We'll use liking pictures because I'll be like, yo, like, don't like, and I'm not saying personally, but let's just say women be like, well, just don't like bitches with who are naked, right? PJ is like, nope, we're not liking nothing at all then, because if I go like someone's dog, well, you like their dog, and it's like you try to equivalate the two, and it's like you
can equilate the two. If you
it's
go
not
like
the same.
If you go and
naked,
follow a guy who has 40 followers and follow and both your pages, and it's a new follower, you're following him, and he works out or whatever, and then just because he's got, I don't know, he's just working out, he's not really showing any muscles, and you like the page and you follow it, and it's a new follower. and then I go and like a page, and maybe she has a thong on or whatever. It's the equivalency. They're both equivalent.
No, but let's start.
We shouldn't be following guys.
Hold on.
We shouldn't be liking any pictures.
We shouldn't. But let's say before someone does something like that, right? If you just go out your way to like someone in a bikini with their ass out, and then I go like someone's, let's just say, business, you can't equivalate the two. They're not the same.
Business.
Clearly a business.
She was his number one fan. He had 40 followers.
What are you talking about? We're not even talking about.
I know, I'm just saying.
We're not even talking about. Anyways, this was before that. Support. I'm a supporter. No. It's just not the same. Unless I did like a naked man with his shirt off and he's pumping up and stuff like that. I get it. Or if you see a print and I'm like, and your girl's liking that, I get it. But if it's like someone posting their fucking, let's say,
workout regimen?
No. Their barbershop, let's say, right? It's different. It's not the same. You like someone who is clearly naked, and then your girl goes to like someone that just has a business. They're posting whatever business they got going on. Like, good for them. You know what I mean? Like, or their new gym that they opened up. Whatever it is.
Yeah.
It's not the same. And PJ thinks they go together, and it doesn't. And that's just
because
an example.
a guy's like and a girl's like are two different. You could like something totally off, and a guy will think that you're drawing interest in them. We're gonna like this. A guy's like could like, you know, a
no, I'll tell you, as a woman,
business, they're not gonna hold on. They're not gonna think that we like them or we have intention to get to know them. But if we stop.
Wait 1 second. And that's the thing. I'm a girl. I'm a woman. I know. I've been single. I've been in a relationship. Anytime a guy
was single for 2 days.
Anytime I posted something and I knew someone was in a relationship and they liked my story or they liked my post or anything like that, I immediately go to, bro, why are you liking my stuff? Even if that's been a follower for a minute. Hold on. You
just proved my point.
But no, you're saying that
a guy liking a girl's thing is different.
But I'm telling you how a woman
girl liking a guy's thing.
Listen.
Either way, the guy's viewing it and
listen. I'm telling you what a woman thinks or how she feels when a guy likes her post. So either that or I'm getting, oh, he likes me. You know how many times I've actually even started a chat just because someone was freaking blowing my page up just off of likes? That was a signal like, oh, clearly he likes what he sees. It just shows you like what you see. If I'm in a bikini with my ass out and your man likes it, he likes what he sees. I'm sorry. And that's what it looks like. And that's how we take it. And that's the truth. Because why is you liking that? So women don't see it as like oh, he just supports my bikini line. Oh, he just likes how long my hair touches to my ass. Oh, girls are not like thinking like that. We're thinking the worst possible.
Sometimes you hit like
we're
by
emotional.
Accident.
We're emotional beings. So we're not thinking to the low level of like, oh, he just didn't mean to. Oh, he's got a girl, but he doesn't mean it like that. A girl, please, girls, let me know below. Please tell me if you ever thought like, oh, he just liked it because, you know, whatever. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, bruh, it matters.
Let me tell you something.
It matters. No girl has thought like, why is this? Why?
Well, sometimes we hit like without even realizing.
You're gonna sound crazy right now. Go ahead.
Sometimes I can be holding my phone and I'm just like,
no, just say by accident. Sometimes you like by accident. Naked bitches.
Sometimes.
Love that.
Because it may like so like look, let's say I'm driving.
And sometimes I follow by accident.
2 pages. That's crazy.
2.
All right.
3.
Let's say I'm driving. We're gonna put a scenario. I'm driving. I got my phone in my hand. Boom. I just so happen to just stare at a picture where there's a naked girl, and then I'm like this, and I'm driving, and then my thumb hits it by accident.
And there we have a manipulator, gaslighter, and a narcissist on its way to hell.
And it hits it, and then
where
I keep
he will rot.
And I didn't realize I saved it, hit it,
and he will rot there with the rest of the gaslighters, manipulators, and narcissists.
It happens, bro. Trust me. Sometimes we have it in our pocket, and it ends up we take the phone out. And
it's happened to me. It's happened to me.
And it
yeah.
saves or likes or accidentally FaceTimes them.
Mm-hmm. Me too.
That happens.
Me too. So if I like any prints out there, it was just by accident. Just know that.
There's not. First of all, if there's somebody online intentionally showing their print, get them offline. Get him offline now. Fuck out of here.
Or the abs, whatever. New fresh
abs.
cut. You got a new fresh cut, and I accidentally liked because my phone is jumping in my hand. Let it be. I don't want to hear a word. If I go follow, but the freaking yeah. Just know it was by accident.
Everything's by accident.
This is my revenge. It's important.
I accidentally commented, accidentally saved,
Yep.
accidentally DM'd.
Exactly.
That was just kidding.
Toxic relationships to die. And you guys, is that a wrap?
Yeah.
And that's a wrap. We love you. Don't go liking.
Is it like this or is it like?
Do it the way that you would do it.
Like this.
Let me see. And there's a Gen Z. And there's a millennial. That is so funny. This is just a clear, like.
Where is it? I can't do that. Let me see.
This is so Gen Z. That's so millennial. Of course, back in the day, we used to go like.
It's like oh yeah, this is what
back
I would
in the
do.
day.
This is
You
what
can
I
be
would
like, she's a baby.
be like this.
I like this. It's classy.
That's crip. That's like a crip. I can't even. I don't even think I could.
All right, not too much.
Oh yeah, I can't do it. All right, we're out.